I would like to welcome very much two very special guests we have tonight. Wangechi Mutu is born in Kenya in 1972 and she lives in New York. Bisi Silva is independent curator and she's also founding director of the Center for Contemporary Art in Lagos. Welcome again, Wangechi and Bisi.
So I think it'll be nice if we start with your most recent exhibition, a fantastic journey that was at the Brooklyn Museum and finished recently, I think about 2 weeks ago.
I had an amazing time putting this show together because I was working with a curator who actually put together the Black President Fela show, Trevor Schoonmaker. This piece, Your Mama, is actually dedicated to and is about that emblematic woman that Fela was birthed from. I feel like one of the grounding forces in his political spine is this woman who was herself incredibly political, very courageous, very active in addressing colonialism against the British. So Your Mama is this girl, this woman, this vicious, wonderful heroine, wearing her heels, her stilettos are piercing the head of a snake. And she's doing this kind of vicious double execution of colonization and of patriarchy all at once. So in a way, my work has a little bit to do with kind of addressing that iconic and very powerful image of what the idealization of female is in the Christian church, but also as it's been spread through colonization in Africa, in my life. The first time I've been able to actually bring my collages to life. My work is a lot about distorting the body in order to push and pull the storyline. The point that I decided to do this animation, I realized I wanted to focus on these planetary figures that look like tumors because they're circular, but I also wanted them to be a character, and that's when I decided to turn them into this female. So she's this thing. She's kind of eating the birds. She gets hungry and eats the birds. Now, one of the things about this piece that I love is having young people around watching it because they don't keep quiet about their reactions. Did she eat everything? Are those arms her other people? Is it the earth? Is it a slug? It's marvelous to show this work. It's called Meva. I went home. My mom had cooked a fish that is from the sea, and we were very shocked. We were like, "How, Mom? What's going on?" It's like been, our entire lives we eat like freshwater fish, and she mentioned that I'm not buying freshwater fish for now because there's been this boom in the fish population in Lake Victoria because of all the bodies that have been coming down the rivers from Rwanda. These bodies will re-emerge through food. The slatted tables that were used to pile up the bodies of the victims. And part of the reason that they kept the bodies is a memory. Replicated those tables, but instead of replicating the bodies, of course, I have these plates, as kind of a symbol of this food. And in these plates, you'll see them catching the wine, and I chose to do mostly wine and one milk, both of them alive liquids. Milk and blood is a very potent kind of liquid combination. In fact, in sacrifice, in Kikuyu culture, in Maasai culture, and in East African cultures, there's a lot of milk and blood combination. It's both food, but it also symbolizes life and death.
Do you think African feminism has been affected, influenced by your work?
I was a natural-born feminist. Aside from that, I've been, appalled and interested in, politics, in the environment, in ideas that relate to work, to labor, to class. I always use a female character as the person, the spokesperson for these issues. One of the main challenges I've put up for myself, I don't want to spend my entire life talking about these things from the US of A or from Europe or from wherever. These discussions have to be had at home, on home ground. And my dream is that we can make this happen at home. But, you know, certainly we know very well we have to create the spaces. We have to create the conversation, the art historians, the institutions, the departments. All of this is our work.